Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man? Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here. Today we're talking about how it's hard to get to the major leagues, but it's really, really, really hard to stay in the major leagues. Okay, so let's start with obviously why it's hard to get to the major leagues. Baseball is a global game, right? So they're trying to look for the best players throughout the entire world. So you've got to compete with guys from the Dominican and from Japan and from all over the place, okay? And obviously, there's a limited amount of spots in the major league. So to get there is hard. But sometimes, if you're playing well, right, you get into the major or you get into the minor leagues, okay, you're playing well for a season. You've moved up a little bit. Maybe they need a guy, right? Maybe their second baseman goes down. Maybe there's a spot available in the big leagues, and you're the guy that's hot at the time. You're playing well. You get called up. Maybe you're a high draft pick, right? And they want to give you a shot. They want to see what you can do at the major league level, and they give you a shot. They call you up, okay? So that's kind of what happened with me, right? I went through the minor leagues really, really quickly. I ended up struggling a little bit at AAA or a lot at AAA, but when I got hot and was finishing the season pretty well, I got a chance to get called up. So I went up there, okay? So it's not easy. It's easier to get that chance, right? To get that shot at the major league level. But now, to stay there, you have to perform, right? You have to not only perform, but you have to be consistent. So you can't just flash. You can't just go up there and look great for a game or look great for a week. But you've got to be able to do it consistently over and over again, because the players at the major leagues are ridiculously consistent. I say all the time, I try to talk about how good those players are, and it's really hard to understand unless you see them play day in and day out and you're standing right there next to them. For me, I thought I was a pretty good player. Obviously, I got drafted really high. I'd had a lot of success for most of my life. I'd always been one of the better players. You get to that level, you get to the major leagues, and you see some of the guys like the Manny Ramirez's and the Albert Pujols and the Adrian Gonzalez's and all those guys, the guys that you see, right, the Mike Trouts and the Manny Machados, the guys that are going to be consistent players for 10, 15, even sometimes longer amount of years, those guys, the amount of skill that they have and the amount of consistency they have is just ridiculous. Like most people, even professional players are here, and then those guys are like way up here. So those guys they're taking up an awful lot of spots, those guys that are there over and over again, right? So there's only a limited amount of spots to go around, and like I said, when you get your chance, you've got to be really, really good, but you have to be able to do it consistently. They want somebody that they can put up there and that they know is not going to do anything stupid, right? Is not going to blow a game by doing either not being able to play consistent defense or offensively, they just don't put enough good at bats together. Maybe they put a good at bat here or there. They flash, they show some power, but then they're not able to consistently do it. That's kind of the separator. And to be consistent, obviously, you have to just be extremely, extremely skilled. You have to be, if you're talking offensively, you have to be a great, great hitter, okay? And so it is really, really hard to stay there. And I had my chance. I went up. I didn't do well. And again, they don't have all day to just wait for guys. Like in the minor leagues, they can wait for guys, right? They can move them up slow and let's wait. Let's give them some time. But when it comes to the major leagues, it's hard to be patient because it is a cutthroat, gotta win right now or else people are gonna lose their jobs, people are gonna get fired. And so you can't just sit around with a lot of guys. It's next man up. You give a guy a chance, he doesn't perform, see ya, next guy, because there's so many good players, there's so many other guys that you can give that chance to, okay? So like I said with me, I went up, I didn't do well, boom, I went down, and I never even got a chance to go back up and show anyone what I could do again, right? It was like, go up, didn't do well, get out of here, give us the next guy, and that was it. And I had some other decent years at AAA in the minor leagues, and I never got another chance to go up and see what I could do. So, like I said, not that it was easy to get up there. It was hard to get up there, but I got there. way, way harder to then stick there. That's the hard thing. I've seen so many guys, right? You'll see it all the time when you're watching games. Oh yeah, you're thinking like, oh yeah, whatever happened to that guy? So he came out for a little bit, never came back again. Like that happens so often. A lot of times you just forget about those guys. You don't even remember them, right? They come in, boom, they're gone. See you later. So extremely, extremely hard to stick up there. So many great players. I can't say that enough, how good, even players that are super talented, when you see those other guys, you're like when you watch Mike Trout play, and again, I didn't get a chance to see Mike Trout play a lot, but played against him a little bit, played with Manny Machado a little bit. Like all those guys, you see him play, and you're like, that's like a different type of player. Like they're freaks, and there's a lot of them up there. All right, so hopefully that helps answer your question today. Let me know if you have any more questions in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, share the video with all your friends, all that good stuff. Also, check out the description box below. We got a bunch of stuff down there for you to check out that I think you'll enjoy. And that's all we got, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later.